Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the GPX, model number A2093. This is an AM FM portable radio. This particular radio was donated by Alan Kalow. He is a subscriber on YouTube. He loves this radio. He contacted me and said, hey, I'd like to send you an awesome radio, new in the package. And I said, sure, why not? I'd give it a go. He says it's GPX, and I'm like, okay. Me and GPX haven't gotten along very well. I really haven't had much luck. But he really likes this radio, and he said, yeah, I'll send it your way, Todderbert. So here it is. It was new in the package. I cut it open. But let's look at the package. AM FM radio, rotary tuning. I didn't know this radio existed, actually, until he pointed it out. Built-in speaker, adjustable headphones, kind of over on-the-ear headphones. I'm not really a fan. I'm more the earbud guy. Extendable FM rod antenna. It's pretty funny. Requires 2 AA batteries, not included. Okay. Flip it over to the back here. I think we're greeted with like a UPC code. What was this made? Does it have a made date? It's St. Louis, Missouri. Location of control says a little bit of a instruction sheet right on there. Nice. And then, okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. Take everything out. Well, just the radio mainly. Maybe the instructions. I'll leave the headphones in there because, yeah, I'm not going to feature the headphones. Everybody has their own preferences. These are probably okay, but probably not the best. All right, let's scrap that paperwork. So there we go. We'll set that aside. All right, let's see what we get for paperwork. Always have fun looking at the GPX paperwork. Wow, this camera's really high from that package. Let me bring this on down. Downtown, yeah. So what do we get? 90-day warranty. All right. Okay, if that means anything to you. Next, a manual that looks really generic, kind of printed weekly. Let's see here. Okay, it's one of those. Oh, what is that? That's a GPX robot. We've seen that before. It's made up of radios and speakers, and it's carrying a microphone. I love it. It's their mascot. That's a pretty nice looking building they have. What the heck? All right. So yeah, they don't sell just this radio. Kind of a psychedelic thing going on. All right. So yeah, let's see if there's any information on this piece of paper. I don't think there's much here. I think it's like 3 languages maybe. Yeah, it's pretty basic. I don't think there's any specs on this thing. But geez, talk about a roadmap to your radio. Typical GPX fashion here. Okay, so there you are. Pretty simple. We'll go over the features. Always fun to look at the robot. Here's the radio front and center. Right away, it does have a cool look. I do like the futuristic vibe to it. The robot look. It does look like a robot. Like doo-doo-doo-doo. Not Knight Rider, but what is that, Cylon? I think that's right. That's my sci-fi. Let's go over dimensions real quick. 3 inches by 5 inches tall by 1 inch and 3/8 thick. Okay, pretty simple. We'll do a little size comparison. Let's see what we got handy here. We got a CC Pocket. CC Pocket in the house. Now this speaker is pretty big. I think it's like a 2 1/4 inch speaker in there. Give you an idea. So your personal AM FM radio. It seems like it's not so personal being this big. Definitely ain't gonna lose it. You know where it's at. Let's see what else we got. We got the Skywave. Keep that handy. Skywave's clock is off. That's not right. That's okay. We'll use the CC Pocket tonight. How about that? CC Pocket will be our frequency checker. All right, so there's the Skywave. Give you an idea. It's about the size of a Skywave. There you go. And of course we have, guess what? Guess what? Iron Man. He's not a robot made of radio, man. Yeah. No, I haven't been drinking. I usually don't drink before a video. But there you go, deck of cards. I like to bring that out for size representation. Okay, so let's go over some features and get turning this thing on. So, okay. Let's talk about features. Left-hand side, we have the volume on-off wheel. Okay, pretty basic. If you look, we got a dull gray back finish. I like metallic silver front. It's kind of nice. Going to the front of the radio, we got our dial, FM on top, 88 to 108. And then you'll see it looks like a log scale. Then we got the dial indicator window. It's really hard to see. It's almost like tinted. And it's really hard to see the little indicator. It's right there. It is white, I think. It's just really hard to see. Then we have AM. It says 530 1710. And it has a log scale going up this way. I notice for some reason this particular radio, I can get up to like 1640 or 1650, and it just stops. So I don't know if it's something set up wrong inside. If I take it apart, see what I can find out about it. GPX personal AM FM radio. Metal speaker grill, which is kind of a nice touch. I judge the speaker being pretty big, like 2¼ inches. I think that's what's in there. Okay, right hand side, we have a tuning wheel. I'm not going to mess with it because I'm pre-tuned to Radio Todderbert, which is my audio sample, which I'll show you in a little bit. And then here we have a headphone jack. Now, I tested the headphone jack, and I always do that now for you guys, so you can have an idea what these headphones sound like on a particular radio. I plugged in my headphones and found out right away that when you go to tune, the headphones get in the way. It's right there. This should be up on top. So I'm sitting there tuning, and I'm thinking, how do I do this? Okay, can I go over the top, start tuning from over the top? Well, that's good if you're on AM, but if you're on FM, you got the antenna in the way. So you're tuning from underneath? It was a hassle. So bad position for the headphone port. Also, low-level hiss, very noticeable. Not the greatest headphone experience as far as like low-level listening. Also, when you're at the lowest setting on the volume, you still hear the station playing. So you still have audio, which I don't like. I like when you go all the way down, I wish it would just mute it. But it doesn't. It still plays audio at a low level, but it's still audible. Let's see, when you go to FM though, it does sound pretty good. The mids are nice. The highs are good. So the FM listening experience is nice when you're listening to it turned up. Just be careful that it gets loud very quickly. So it kind of steps up a little bit. So low is low, and all of a sudden it goes right to medium. There's like no in between. So it's kind of like on or off type volume. So watch that carefully if you're using headphones. And of course the medium wave sounds pretty good too, or AM, I call it medium wave for all of our listeners and viewers of this channel. Medium wave is actually AM band overseas in Europe and everything else. So that's how it should be said, medium wave. Just a little information there. But anyway, probably won't use the headphones that much. Back of the radio, we have the GPX model number A2093. Alan really likes this radio. This is his go-to radio for many years, he said. So yeah, he wanted me to do a review on it. So let's get this battery door compartment off. Here we are. It's a hinge door, which is nice. It takes 2 AA batteries. They're kind of a staggered formation. You have a top battery, positive going to the left, and a bottom battery recessed down the well there, the positive going to the right. Okay, pretty simple. Real easy to open and close. There you go. Our antenna is nicely recessed. I really like that design. I just featured a radio, and I was making fun of these other radios, like say this Wrong to Mini. It's like, oh, the antenna's sticking up. Yeah, I did a Radio Shack radio. That's right. The Radio Shack radio, I had it where it was flush, and that was a great design. But everything else has an antenna that sticks up. So this is very pocket friendly. Nice to see that. So yeah, we did the back. Okay, so what else can we talk about? Okay, FM reception report. There's nothing spectacular here. I always do this because I can't play music as far as the FM dial goes. So I rate it on a fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. Most radios fall in between okay and good, and this one falls in between okay and good, and I found 47 stations right at average. So that was nice. So it's an average FM receiver, sensitivity-wise and selectivity-wise. No better than the other analog radio I review, so it's right there with all the others. Well, it's not a bad thing. Going to medium wave, which we'll talk about in a little bit, things change a little there. So let's go ahead and turn this radio on and listen to some music. Now I have a FM transmitter too. I usually show it, but if you have it too close to this radio, it kind of cuts out. So I had to raise my C-Crane FM transmitter up out of the way. But it's a little transmitter hooked up to a little iPod, transmitting at 92.9 megahertz on FM, so I can use it to play music, royalty-free. So let's go ahead and do that. Turn this up. We'll run a demo for about a couple minutes. Get an idea what it sounds like.
you'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
There you go, get an idea. So you can hear the volume. It's like on or off. Gotta go slow. So there we are. Okay, so gives you a little idea. Again, you can compare to my other videos with other radios. Gives you a general idea what they sound like, the bass, the tone, treble. It's nice being able to do this and then compare with my other videos so you have an idea. Works out really well. So hopefully that was fun. I suppose it was for me. Let me go ahead and turn this stuff off here. Unplug my transmitter so we're not interfering. Okay, so what I found out with this radio is it's really good on medium wave on locals. And that's pretty much what I was getting during the day. And that was pretty much it. Semi-locals weren't really coming in too great. If I was lucky, I took it outside, got a little bit better reception, but not much. And yeah, there was not a whole lot going on in the AM band. But GPX is known for inexpensive radios. I don't know what this was new. I know he bought it on eBay and he paid a little premium. I think he paid over $20 for this. But you might be able to find these a lot cheaper on the used market. Just if you want something unique, kind of different looking. I mean, it is different looking for sure. I keep looking at it. I keep thinking robot. I love it. But it's a fun, usable radio. Love the fact that it uses 2 AA batteries and that's analog. You know, in this day and age with all these DSP radios, yeah, DSP is great and all, but tuning on analog is such a nice thing. Let's go ahead and turn on the medium wave. So I forgot to show you on top here the antenna and the band select switch. So this is a 9-inch antenna. I was trying to showcase that there at the end. And on top here we have a band select switch, which I totally forgot to show. AM, FM, pretty basic. Got ahead of myself. I don't think I missed anything else. It does stand. Didn't show that, but it'll stand up nice. Okay. But yeah, pretty cool. So let's go ahead and tune in that medium wave band so we can pick up anything. Go to the bottom of the dial. And we'll do our final thoughts after this. So let's go ahead and turn this up. 9 AM. FM. AM. Okay. And just make sure I put my thumb right on the... There we go. Now we're going to use the CC Pocket. It's 10:33 p.m. Central Daylight Time near Chicago, Illinois. We'll use this as a frequency checker. I don't even know where I'm at on here. It's the lower part of the band. Okay. I'll leave that on in case we need it. All right.
Former strategist to the president, and now I have to get a little bit personal. I was really excited. I've never done this radio show. I had no idea how it works. I did a couple of
I think this is 560. Again, just a local.
And I loved it. And then Les Salem said, "Hey, would you like a national show?" What? Yeah, they're joking, right? And here we are, 8 months later. And one of the things that makes this work.
So yeah, it's 560 WIND, Chicago.
Register your smallest Packers fan for the Junior Power Pack, the Green Bay Packers official kids fan club. Visit Packers.com/JPP for more information. Packers win tonight, 10-3 to start off the NFL season. Special thanks to our statistician, Zach Wingrove, our spotter, Craig Schilbauer, our producer, Gabrielle Dow, Ashton Rotman back at WTMJ, our flagship station.
There you go, WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, another local station. Not too far away, 50 miles away.
Job by everybody.
Packers win. What the frick? I'm a Bears fan. Oh, wow. Cool.
Online at WideFuels.com.
Didn't expect to get this because it woke up a little bit in the evening here. This is CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watts.
In Chatham, Kent. Great service, great people, and of course, great pizza. Paisanos, 10 Grand Ave West in the 7th.
Let's see, we're on the dial. I think we're close to being accurate.
musician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless.
This is 650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
Especially those that lurked in the shadows under the bed. Once, this woman put back together a teenage girl's broken heart,
There you
which
go.
had been shattered in 1,000 pieces. Just like
Does kind of have a hiss to it. That's picking up 670 there. It's not as selective on the medium wave.
as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her.
No problem. You just got to send them a text. Text LEAP to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenics, the #1 selling free.
So this is 670 the score, WSCR, Chicago.
Are not available in stores, so text LEAP to 321321 right now. Text LEAP to 321321. That's LEAP to 321321.
Okay, lights showing that better now. That white indicator.
Carrier of MLB and partner of the Cubs radio network. In your business, anything.
Short amount of time, they did great damage, and what EF5, I think, is what some of those were, was in excess of 100 mile an hour, and inconceivable.
This should be 700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles away. Let's just double check.
How at the mercy of Mother Nature we are.
Yep, 700, nice.
Being in a situation
Gonna go for the volume up here. Hello.
or a coastline situation, in an island, you're kind of screwed. You don't. Where's the storm going? Is it going left, go right? Where do you go?
Practice or actually playing a game, and I understand now why New England has won 6 Super Bowls, because they actually prepare their players and they do the fundamentals.
WGN 720, Chicago.
3rd and 41, guys. Think about that. How bad are you? What are you doing?
Somebody's upset. Okay, that music there is 740 CFZM Zoomer Radio, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Always a sweet sound to hear it on a radio. This radio gets it, so I think I'm going to be using this radio. If I can't get Zoomer, I'm pretty depressed. But this radio can, and that's good.
Exhibition.
Let me tell you, them are having to deal with the fact that they had money ripped off from them, stolen, or made destitute. That's when their dignity's really been stripped from them. And that's why you need to have those uncomfortable conversations. And I will tell you, based on experience,
So yeah, 750 here is WSB Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles.
he's the one who's got we've been reform because that play was the ball seemed to stay on the field of play, and Kyle Long and Adam both jumped on it. But it's I hear you say the word rhythm a lot, and
Jumps
when
right
you
to
don't
780.
have a running game that adds so much to
WBBM
what the
Chicago.
offensive game plan can ultimately be in the big picture, it's hard to achieve a rhythm because the quarterback he's putting so many.
It tends to get fairly quiet here.
And I thought,
At Northwell Health, our team provides you with the highest quality. U.S. News and World Report recently named 6 of our hospitals among the very best.
See where I'm at here.
And what does it mean to be the best? It means we've been recognized for delivering top care in over 30 specialties, from orthopedics and pediatrics to neuroscience and heart surgery. With Long Island Jewish Medical Center, North Shore University Hospital,
So 880 WCBS, New York, 750 miles. That's pretty nice. I passed over a few other stations. Really hard to tune in. There's 860 in there.
26 minutes to the Tri-State at 36 out to 355. Inbound looks good, so does I-55 through Will County.
So it's going right back to
Coming
780.
inbound, it's heavy.
So it's pretty hard to get those in between stations. They're like 840, which I'm surprised.
Chini, okay. It's not Chini, okay. And
the fish cheeks, and we ate fish cheeks. I didn't know what the hell. I thought, what, they're bringing me the gills of a fish to eat. I mean, this is like trash food, man. Raw fish, rice, California rolls, fish cheeks. I didn't know what the hell I was eating.
There you go, a little bit of tuning back and forth. Got a little bit more difficult as WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, about 300 miles.
You used to listen to my show.
Okay, barely coming in here. This is CJBC 860 Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Heard New Orleans. I think this is WWL buried here. Barely getting it. Okay, let's just keep going. Show you the rest of the dial here. It gets pretty uneventful here towards the top. I don't know why.
Tacos de lengua here, but 8 tongue, 8 kidneys, which suck, and we need kidneys. Liver sucks. I don't eat liver, but I tried all that stuff. Kidneys were the worst. I mean, beef kidney, man, the whole house smelled like urine. It was horrible.
Nasty. What the heck is on the radio today? Just kind of slowly scrolling up the dial just to show you that there are some stations that can get, but mainly just some at local distance. We did get some further stations, but a lot of static unless you're on real strong stations. I think we're at the top of the dial already, believe it or not. Okay. I think I'm done there. Alrighty. So anyway, we're going to do some final thoughts on this GPX A2093. Thank you again, Alan. I appreciate the radio. It's awesome. You went out of your way, big time, to buy this off eBay brand new in the package. I thought that was pretty cool of you. You got a unique design. I'll be honest with you, if I was looking at this radio and I saw it used, I'd want to pay maybe no more than like $7-8 for it at the most, because that's kind of how I feel this radio is. No, it's just my personal opinion. I have nothing against the radio. It's just that it doesn't do well enough on the medium wave for me to get excited. I'd rather have, believe it or not, I'll show you the radio I use all the time. I don't know if you guys know, I use this one all the time. Magnavox 39, cheap little, I think I paid like, I don't know, $8 for this thing. I love it. I love it so much I have 5 or 6 of these because they're just great for AM only listening. Doesn't have FM, that's the only thing. But just showing you what I use for my AM radio. Big square block thing. Nothing attractive about it. I do like my, collectible vintage radios, like my Panasonics. I like these. These are always fun. So yeah. But this GPX, it does well on FM, enough so that it's worth a purchase. Again, under $10 used. Brand new in the package. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go $20 because you could get a Sony P26 that definitely outperforms this by far. A Sanjin SR35 is a DSP radio, will also outperform this radio on the FM for sure. AM, yeah, still outperforms this radio even though the AM on the SR35 isn't spectacular, but the AM on the P26 is really nice. So something to think about when you're looking at analog radios. Buy this radio if you think it's fun, if you like the looks. It has a decent sound to it. It's a little on the high side. But when you're listening to sports on a strong station, it sounds good. And of course, FM music sounds great on it, especially with headphones. The FM did sound good. I did like listening to the FM music. So this was a plus for this radio. So does it get my buy? Maybe. If it's under $10, yeah, go for it. It'll be fun. You'll have a good time with it. Use it for locals only. Don't expect a whole lot for DXing. Enjoy it for what it is. A great local receiver. Does well for that. And, it's cool design, and it's big enough so you don't lose it. It's also important. 2 AA batteries, I do like that. Those are some of the things I liked. Recessed antenna, I thought was a great idea. They just needed to move the headphones to the top. That would have been perfect. Don't know why they did this right by the tuning wheel. Just bad decision making there, for sure. But yeah, overall, thank you, Alan. Appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, you like GPX radios, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon. Check out, I think I had a playlist. I'll put a playlist up here on the side. You can check out GPX radios. I did quite a few of them, I think. A couple of them. I know I had some spectacular fail on me. Just they're no good. I have one that I only use for like an external speaker source. So I don't have an everyday GPX radio I go to for anything. This one might be okay for that. I might just pick this up just to listen to the Cubs play, which is probably what I'll do for the next few months here. It'll be fun just to have around something different, versus the brick. The brick. Got brick? Gotta love it. All right, guys, I've talked long enough. Hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, talk about this radio down below, the GPX A2093. Do you own one? Do you like it? They come in different colors. Tell me your experiences. Is my radio kind of not the norm? Is yours a little bit more sensitive than mine? Just give me an idea. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.